Hallöchen, meine Käsekätzchen und willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von My Time at Sandrock. In der letzten Folge haben wir ein schönes Abendessen mit Unso und Justice genossen. Dann haben wir noch diesen komischen Möchtegern Spezialisten auch noch geholfen irgendwie und kurioserweise wird er nicht mehr hier angezeigt. Das wundert mich eigentlich mehr. So abgehauen.
Welcome, everyone. I'm sure you've all heard the good news, but it bears repeating. Musa, the richest man in the Free Cities, will be coming to Sandrock in a few days.
Where are the omelets at?
Musa? The mayor of Portia introduced me to him after a chat about his tunnel idea. He was so impressed with how we handled the bridge situation that he's coming to see the current Sandrock for himself.
Der Bürgermeister von Portia. Soll das heißen, der dicke Bürgermeister kommt hierher? Oh, das wäre cool.
If all goes well, Musa's expressed interest in funding the Road to Portia project. He sees potential in making the two city-state central hubs in the movement of goods throughout the Alliance. And if we can be linked with Portia, there will be new opportunities here to rebuild Sandrock. We'll have cheaper water, better trade routes. So, this is very important. If we want Sandrock to prosper, we'll need this kind of outside investment.
Oh,
Today's
cool.
meeting is about how we can impress Musa when he comes to visit. We can't mess this up. I want everyone on their best behavior.
Wir doch immer.
Cooper, no rants.
What if he likes it?
Ken, you need to turn it from an 11 down to about a 6 or so, okay?
How about I turn it from 16 down to 11?
And no combat lessons.
Everyone loves combat lessons.
Arvio, Katori, no sales pitches.
Aw, is that what you think of me?
Might come up naturally.
Naja, das geht ja noch.
Elsie, no pranks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are Fang and Chi here? Someone tell them, no experiments.
Och, warum nicht?
Grace, let's maybe have Owen in the kitchen for a while. No offense.
Oh, voll die Beleidigung.
None taken, ma'am.
Hold your horses here, Trudy. You want to impress this fella by not being ourselves? I think he'd much more appreciate us just being upfront and candid.
Ja, und rein kommt da hinten überhaupt nicht klar.
Right. I'm sorry, everyone. I probably don't need to tell you. I'm on pins and needles over this whole thing.
You're right to be sorry. Even suggest.
We gotta tell him about Logan and his gang, too. Only fair he understands the risks around here.
I'm sure Musa reads the news, Sheriff. And when he gets here, he'll find that this is a situation that will soon be under control. Isn't that right?
I suppose.
Ich nehme es an.
I also apologize for getting so far off topic. The point of this meeting was to come up with ideas for something we can do to impress Musa. I already planned a tour of the town, but I need more ideas. So with that,
Reckon if we start now, we can grow ourselves a duck-sized rutabaga for too long.
Keine Ideen? Doch, er hier.
Our new trees.
Unsere neuen Bäume.
I second that notion.
yes, I think our ongoing reforestation efforts should be enough to impress. I've planned that for a stop on our tour. Let's keep it up. Anything else we can organize relatively quickly that will make the town seem nicer?
2 words. Mud wrestling.
Nein, Pen, das nicht.
Well, our train platform is a little run down.
By Peach, that's it!
Mud wrestling. Woohoo! All right, who's gonna mud me up? Don't be shy. There's plenty of pen to go around.
Nein, das meint die nicht damit.
No, the suggestion after that.
Oh, I just thought first impressions are sometimes the most important. And what better way to give a good first impression than to, well, improve the first thing people look at when they get off the train?
Das stimmt, ja. Das ist der erste Eindruck.
Let's do that.
And maybe we could add a little bit more to the transit budget so I can hire some workers.
All right, that's idea number 1. Anything else?
You know, I could set up a welcoming party at the Blue Moon. Everyone's invited, of course. We can have some music, a comfortable environment, food on the house. That ought to leave a good impression, right?
Eigentlich schon, ja.
That's very thoughtful and generous of you, Owen. Yes, let's try that.
Great. I'll get started.
I think that should about do it. I'd like to remind everyone again to be on your best behavior when Musa comes to town. It's very, very important for our future. With that said, I hereby adjourn this fireside meeting. Builders, expect to receive some City Hall commissions soon.
Ja, Frau
Can't
Bürgermeisterin.
believe we didn't think of this sooner.
Well, I like the sound of that.
A little while back, when Shu and I were on patrol out around the perimeters, thought we discovered a new species of critter. Turned out to be Elsie.
Okay. Solange ihr es nicht mit einem Schwert bearbeitet habt, alles gut. Zack. Das können wir schon mal hinbauen. Das dauert noch ein bisschen. Was brauche ich denn noch für den Stahlrahmen und Bronzeplatten? Musa hat mehr als 1 Million Golds. Ich verdiene 60 Golds pro Stunde. Direktor Q hat mir gesagt, dass ich 16.066 oder etwa 2000 Jahre arbeiten muss, um 1 Milliarde wie Musa zu bekommen. Meine Frage ist also, wie alt ist Musa wirklich? 60 Gold pro Stunde! Das ist ein Wunschdenken, Junge! Naja gut, aber hier kostet auch ein bisschen was anderes, ne? Wo ist Nemo? Hinter dem Tisch? Ach, der da drin ist, reingeklippt. Ach, das dauert her, aber die Bronzeplatte ist schon mal fertig. Fertig!
It's incredible. I've never felt like more of a conductor than right now.
Yeah, you knocked it out of the park.
In fact, I think you should be here when we greet Mr. Musa. I'd like him to meet one of the most promising additions to our township. You've really been pivotal in helping us turn the tide here in Sandrock.
I agree.
So, what do you say? Splendid! Musa is scheduled to arrive in 2 days, early in the morning. Just come to the...
Gleich brennt meine Switch an. Wusch! Alter! Oh.
Today was even better than that one time.
So. Dann kann er seine Arbeit machen, oder? Er muss jetzt seine 60 Gold pro Stunde bekommen.
Mayor Trudy, nice to see you again. And you must be the builder. I've heard you were essential in working with Heidi on the bridge project.
Welcome to Sandrock, Mr. Musa. And that's right. You've really done your homework. Though I shouldn't be surprised, seeing as how you're the most successful man in the world.
Right. Well, let's head over to City Hall. I'd like to meet with the architect and discuss potential plans for the road to Portia on your end.
Oh, sure. Well, actually, we've got enough time. Why don't I show you around a little bit first?
Wouldn't be my first choice of plans, but I wouldn't want to be a discourteous guest either. Please, lead the way.
Splendid. Let me first bring your attention to our lovely new train station. Just installed recently by...
Looks solid enough. A rotating star on top is a nice touch. This is your handiwork, I presume?
Yes, thank you. Everyone plays a part around here. That's been...
No man is an island, as they say. Shall we continue?
Of course, sir. After me, please. This here is our game center. Oh,
Yes. I saw the original some time ago. I believe it was a small shack with only one game, and I didn't care for it.
Well, that's all changed since now resident entrepreneur Katori moved to town. She's really turning the place around. Say, there she is now. Let's go. Howdy do there, neighbor. I brought a new pal around. Perhaps you might recognize him?
All right. Well, the promotion I was running ain't running no more. Another thing, stay out of the... Trudy? Musa? Here? Hi, I'm Game Center, and this is... I'm so sorry.
Oh, shoot. I guess we caught her at a bad time. I could swear she's a real fan of your work.
It's all right. It happens. More often than you think.
I'm sure she'd love to meet you after she gets some air?
Right. Air. Gotta have that. What's next?
Der hat ja fast genau dieselbe Ausstrahlung wie Junso. Die können sie zusammentun.
Yes. Our next stop is actually what I wanted to show you the most. Our little wood.
That's right. The desert planning. I read about what you're doing in the Atar times. Interesting stuff.
It is, isn't it? Let's just step over here to this yacht mail station to your left. Ta-da! Behold the miracle of life. These desert woods that will one day flourish into a full-fledged forest, restoring Sandrock to its former glory and greenness.
Looked bigger in the photo.
Well, yes. This has only been the first step.
I mean, this is, what, a tenth of a league?
Ich meine, ja, es ist auch nur ein Teststreifen. Da kann man keine tausende Hektars
Roughly
mitnehmen.
that, yes.
And it took you how long to reach this point?
Sehr lange. Der Punkt ist, dass die mir...
Right. Hence your own reasons for wanting the road to Portia in the first place. If I'm being honest, I'm more interested in the logistical benefits the road would provide to my business. I'm afraid I can't really speak to my enthusiasm for such a project at this time. I'll have to come back and take a look for myself. Speak with some of my people back in Atara. Get a better picture of what all this biocrust stuff is really about before I can make an informed decision on how to feel about it.
Komm, jetzt gibt uns einfach diese verdammte, beschissene Straße nach Portia. Es geht hier auch schließlich ein bisschen auch ums Menschenleben, oder?
Of course. You should also meet with our horticulture expert, Zeke. I'm sure he can answer any of the more scientific questions you might have.
Well, furthermore, Trudy, I'm iffy on a few other things too. I don't go in on a project unless I'm 100% on it. Gale, I'm 100% on. In Porsche, they're putting their own money up for their end of the project. You lot, well...
Jetzt weiß ich, wie der Bürgermeister heißt. Gale. Also spielt das wirklich parallel mit Teil 1 zusammen. Wir haben im Teil 1 halt die Geschichte von Porsche mit der Straße und was weiß ich, was dort abgegangen ist. Und jetzt spielen wir im zweiten Teil also die Seite von Sandrock. Ich verstehe jetzt. Also diese Spiele laufen parallel. Gut.
Everyone's heard the rumors. Sandrock's on the decline. And not everyone's convinced desert greenification is possible either. Heard from the council they have trigger bills written, ready to classify dispersed Sandrock citizens as economic migrants.
Echt? Die verstreuten Sandrock-Bürger als Wirtschaftsmigranten einzustufen? Boah, das ist ja fies.
You've got yourself a hotshot new builder, and I'm a fan of your architect's work as well. But without good citizens behind the scenes holding everything down, I tend to agree with the naysayers. I need to see that your people are going to stick it out, even if things get hard. Anyway, do you have anything else for me to see?
Yes. This way, please.
Wirtschaftsmigranten ist wirklich fies, eh.
And last stop on the tour, that there is our super reinforced water tower.
I take it you had a hand in this as well? Starting to notice a pattern here.
Furthermore, it is completely and utterly 100% bandit-proof.
Right. I'd plan to bring that up as well.
Rest assured, sir, there's really only one bandit out there giving us trouble, and it's only a matter of time before he's been brought to justice. Besides that, there's really only so much one man can do. We've always built back faster than he can hurt us. Isn't that right, Builder?
Best not to underestimate the power of the individual.
Of course. We're not taking things lightly at all. How about a quick pit stop over at the Blue Moon before we meet Heidi? You must be famished after such a long journey. And our little walk.
Kleiner Spaziergang.
The Ataran Express dining car happens to offer my favorite breakfast this side of the continent.
Ah.
But they didn't have Yakimel milk. For the most part, however, I will say I do like what I've seen so far.
Hey there, Mr. Musa. Glad you could stop in. On behalf of everyone, I'd like to extend a big Sandrock welcome.
Thank you.
All right, boys, hit it.
This one that I definitely didn't write today is called Why Not Just Give Us All Your Money? 1, 2, 3, and up.
Can't help but get the feeling you lot are trying to butter me up.
Yes, well, it's just that we care so much about our town.
You didn't run the lyrics past me. This is a song about greed.
Easy, partner. Rich guys watching.
Overcoming greed is one of the core tenets of my Church of the Light beliefs. You made me play a song about it. I ain't playing.
You angry?
Oh, fellas.
Need some help here? Oh my.
Give me that.
Go, gun fire ready sequence. What's up? Whoa!
I'm not a robot.
Told you it was no good.
No one asked you, Churchy.
We've got a code 812 in progress. Over.
Shoot it.
Ach, die beiden waren auch dabei. Ich habe die gar nicht gesehen.
Baby.
What does this button do?
Purchase stone.
Too much light.
Let's never fight again.
I love you, pal.
Die Burger sind einfach geil.
You all are maniacs.
Sie sind alle wahnsinnig.
We...
Really terribly sorry, sir. This almost never happens.
Look, the first rule of business is to invest in people. That's what I came here to check out. I'm glad I got to see this side of you all. Saved myself a pretty penny.
Wait, you mean...
I respect the fact that you all have lasted this long, but I can see that y'all are prone to disaster. I see now why people are leaving this town. No matter what short-term success you might have, I just don't see a future. I'm sorry.
Wir sind anfällig für Katastrophen.
Look, despite all this, I can still help. I can move you all out to the northern Eufaula, where the Alliance is setting up new settlements with their North Development Plan. They have water up there, unexplored ruins, and grazing grass. I can get you jobs there, safe jobs where you can't possibly harm anybody. Or yourselves. Help you get your lives back on the right track. The thought of you folk holding down my central hub? Nah, just not worth the risk. Huh? None of you are excited about that? None of you at all? You have an opportunity right now to move to a place where you're not always fighting an uphill battle. At my expense. Sandrock's end. It's gonna happen, with or without my help. So I suggest you all think on my offer. Hey, old-timer, what about you? It can't possibly be safe for you to be living here. Come with me, we'll set you up with a nice place by the water.
Ja, Mortimer, der wird jetzt irgendwas sagen.
Oh, a kind and generous offer. Your reputation is well deserved. But no, I'm afraid I won't be joining you.
Man, what is it with you people out in this desert? Life doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to struggle and scrape by your entire lives. Yeah, I get that this is your home, but you can have a better home somewhere else.
It's more than that.
Ja, es ist mehr als das.
If I may, Mr. Musa.
Oh, bitte, Mortimer, rette jetzt das alles.
Some time ago, there was a school a ways down the road. Sandrock was a livelier place then. When all the trees were cut down, the sandstorms got worse. We didn't notice it at first, but... The children were on their way home from school when it struck. An amber claw. The storm reached greedily over us. The Scott Martel and I went out looking for them, but Mia, Tang, and Akio, they did not return. They'd have been a bit older than yourself now. We made a promise then. A promise that would save this land. For ourselves, for the people of the desert, for the children. Those that will be, and those gone, lest their sacrifice be in vain. For a time, I thought I would have to break that promise. But my son, he never gave up hope. And now, with more help from inspired young folk like Trudy, Heidi, the Builder, their discoveries, I believe we have a new hope. I believe in these people. I believe in Sandrock.
Bitte, Mortimer, rette es.
I believe in Sandrock.
I believe in Sandrock. Even more now.
Sheesh.
Well, what do you say, Mr. Musa? Will you give us a chance?
Sounds like nothing I say will change your minds. Sure as heck doesn't look like you're going anywhere either.
Wenn du dir das wirklich von Generationen her immer aufgebaut hast, oder wie schon gesagt, wenn es der Großvater, Vater etc. und so ist, dann richtig aufgebaut hat, hängst du dann doch irgendwo dran.
Alright, fine. We'll do things the hard way. I might have judged you all a bit rashly. I'll observe Sandrock for a while longer. One more chance. But I need to see significantly more inspiring behavior.
Oh, that's all I could ask for.
Mr. Musa, before you go, could I trouble you to enlighten us? What exactly is the Northern Development Plan?
Is this really the time?
Answering your question would be the least of my troubles today. Sure, but I'll have to make it quick. It's no secret to anyone that tensions between Duvos and the Free Cities are rising again. Firefights are broken out over the ruins of Orzu and Ethia, which Duvos also claims. We can hope for the best, but we need to prepare for the worst.
Ach, stimmt, irgendwas
The
war
short
mit
of it
Duvos.
is, the Northern Development Plan is an alliance initiative, one meant to beef up our collective defenses in the north bordering the Orzu area, should there ever be hostilities with Duvos again.
A war? Do you honestly think it's going to come to that?
Now, I don't mean to alarm anyone, but Duvos and their ambitions are unambiguous. Many, including myself, believe that they wouldn't stop at Orzu, were Ethia to even concede that. I think their emperor has made that perfectly clear. Still, we are much stronger than before.
Goodness! I thought the plan was just about jobs and stuff. Well, I suppose I'd take Sandrock over water and borderlands any day of the week.
Don't get me wrong. It is about providing new opportunities for anyone willing to move there. It's just that there's also a strategic dimension to it. Most likely, once we strengthen the north, Duvos will leave us alone for good.
Ah, I see.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you very much for answering Arvio's question and providing such insight into the state of our alliance.
The people have a right to know. Shall we then?
Ich glaube, ich hang jetzt eben am Zug fest. So. Gut, meine Leute, ich sag erstmal ciao mit mir und wir sehen uns dann in der nächsten Folge von My Time mit Sandrock wieder. Und schauen wir mal, was uns da erwartet. Ciao, ciao.